hop into it. Cross-examining O'Connor. I'll just go with, the battle is young and my blade is not fully drawn. Between it, in my next will, your life... Okay, that's just them shit-talking. Yeah, O'Connor, just keep flipping those pages. We'll get to you soon. Okay, so he's like, I have something else. So this is completely new. So I stopped at a good place. Yeah. I already said I don't... I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor.
Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness?
You'll recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home around 6 p.m.
Yes. My notes here do confirm that fact.
Right. Our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be... Yet, that was but a felicitous lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? What the fuck was that? I have no interest of... I still have no idea what I want to do with him. I don't want to commit. Make a choice. I have no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hold! I am not through with you yet. It seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we might just discuss you know what. No, wait! One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify.
Oh, are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy. Lawyer course. How's that?
Just fine. Your testimony. Then, if you please.
You're up against the top of the class now. And be careful if I were you. I know you would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. Time of the murder. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now, you will recall the tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was at 7:10 p.m., before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty to bring her devious and deadly trap.
So, when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been...
Indeed. It was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on the tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing.
Oh, so the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved
Great, another inconvenient testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
God, we're talking about timing and everything. This is when my brain goes kaput. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditate at the archery range till 7 p.m. Press. So, do you meditate often? Don't tell me you're going to start pestering me, too. What's that supposed to mean? No need to play dumb with me. Oh, the girls want to know about my private life. What?
I will remind the defense that this is a court of law, not a pickup spot.
Huh. It seems Miss Fancy Pants' lawyer is smitten with the witness. Objection, objection, objection! I was trying to establish the witnesses. If you must know, I never go a day without meditating. Satisfied now, stalker girl? That's it, you better take that. Whoa there, Tiger. Just take a deep breath and relax. I'll just continue my testimony now, if you don't mind. I'm gonna make him more smarmy. At around 7 p.m., I went to the main building. That's when I saw Juniper. My client has stated that she went home at 6 p.m. You and Professor Cordy were busy preparing for the mock trial together, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes. I left school at around 6 p.m. No, wrong. I don't know what she was doing, but Juniper was definitely at school after 7 p.m. But I suppose neither side can prove one way or the other. Ugh. But if Junie was there, that means she's lying. Truth be told, I only saw her for the briefest of moments. He didn't say much. So you just walked past a good friend, barely saying a word? The final bell had already rung. They get mad when you stand around chatting. Then again, we're not like you people, talking endlessly in those annoyingly loud voices. Annoyingly loud voices? I'd like it if you will refrain from insulting my partner like that. Normally, I'd shout objection right about now, but I'll take this one for the team. Anyway, I think that's about all I have to say. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer. I expected as much, so go ahead, ask away. Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you. Why did you stay past the last bell? Why would an honest student like you ignore the last bell? I wouldn't say I ignored it, I was simply running a little late. You remember exactly how late? You're a stickler for details, lady. But if I had to say, it was maybe about 10-15 minutes. If you think it's that important, I'd add it to my testimony. I was hoping you'd say that. No biggie. No biggie. Guy does talk like me. You ignored the last bell for no reason? Shame on you. No, shame on you. Pressing me for no reason. Ugh. But this is Ace Attorney. There's literally no reason to press every single thing. Well, people do run late sometimes, like you on the day of the whole case began. Ugh.
It appears we have a culprit in the case of the pot calling the kettle black.
Et tu, Your Honor. Et tu, Your Honor. And now what? Asking another question? Did you go to the art room? Did you stop by the art room? Or, as it now known, the scene of the crime? No, I didn't. Can you prove it? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But let me ask you, can you prove that I did? As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there? Hardly ever. There's no reason for me to be there anyway. There's no reason for you to be there? Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I'll just add it to my testimony. I don't like that it doesn't ask me if they want me to add. That's annoying, because now I have to, like, go through this, the whole thing, of like, oh, I don't think this is useful. Is that, what do I have that pertains to him? Oh, right, I do have this. So, the 23rd is when this happened, because the 24th is the day of the mock trial. So meet with you about that report yesterday. Important. And we also spoke with you the day prior. What do I have that relates to Hugh? That's all. I don't want to go through that. What about art class? Nice try, but seniors don't take art class. Alright, then let me ask you. Wait, I just remembered something important. You did? I scored only 100% on all the art tests I took through junior year. And that's it. Right. Always happy to indulge in some ego stroking. I know what to ask. How did you prep for the mock trial? Yeah, this might lead to Cordy, because that's the only info I have on him. Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial. That's an easy one. Nothing in particular. Nothing at all? You didn't help with the preparations? You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the likes to others. My job was to be mentally prepared. He put our heart and soul into getting things ready, while he just sat on his behind. Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there. But you didn't talk to any— that's it. Not a single soul. That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone till the final bell at 7 p.m. I see. This is crucial information. I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. That is a false, you fucker. Objection! Okay. So you didn't talk to anybody on October 23rd? Are you sure about that? I already told you. My word is as good as gold. Okay then, how do you explain this? And don't spare any details. Sorry, never seen that before. Excuse me. This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at this page here. It reads 23rd, meet with you, and important. Don't you find that interesting? What? Where'd you get that? The key word here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk.
But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation?
I thought about that too, but the situation changes after the last bell.
What's this now?
The witness stayed after the last bell, in order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor? This is insane!
Huh. Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you also have no evidence as usual.
No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last spell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim.
First Robin, now me? Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead.
Don't let him get to you. He's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects, after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Cordy that day?
Sorry, Mr. Jailbird Prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means, speak away.
If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect.
Oh, he has a point. Impressive. Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What a pity to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last your moment is here, Sykes Darno. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you are the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel.
Could he lay on any more pressure? The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that. Yeah, you're right. In which case, to whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? The victim! The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a gunner. That is something a murderer shouts as their victim, not the other way around.
Yeah, that is a problem. You're a gunner, you're a gunner, you're a gunner.
Athena?
You're a gunner, you're a gunner, you're... Hugh O'Connor... Hugh O'Connor... Wait a second!
Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here.
You're scared? I'm terrified we're even coming up with this.
With what?
Prosecutor Blackquill, you wanted to know if I am worthy of my badge. Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride.
Oh? Then I take it you won't be changing your argument. Still, as it stands, that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling, "You're a goner."
I agree. If that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
That must have been interesting to localize. Oh, I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes.
Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. It is indeed Professor Cordy's voice on the tape. Then she was shouting because she was... being threatened by O'Connor. I think she was scolding O'Connor. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that the shout on the tape really... Is that shout on the tape really saying, "You're a goner"?
What are you up to now, Athena?
Professor Cordy's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Cordy get angry with him during the private meeting.
Oh, I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you're mad at him. But this is important. Use his full name.
Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor!
What did I do to deserve that? Yeah, like that. Now try again, but faster.
Hugh O'Connor! Oh? Hugh O'Connor. Oh, Hugh O'Connor. Hugh O'Connor. Oh, wait a second. No, this can't be.
You think I'd spend that energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect. That's a scientific fact. But sometimes mistake shadow for monsters, or the wind for voices.
Oh, now that you mention it.
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound on the tape recorder never was the phrase, "You're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard, when in fact it was the witness getting yelled at. The quote will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at. Damn. Got him. I think you're right, but what was that last part again? Is she right, though? Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since it was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection! I hadn't thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
The evidence? What's he going to pull out now?
Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that insolent look vanish from within them. Oh. Let's see here. Oh, it's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What? Why wait so long to present this?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken.
Where the hell did this picture come from?
Oh, it seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Judy was with Professor Cordy just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I can say can change that fact.
Oh, understand now. You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth. Listen, Missy. The person you'd like to save more than anyone else in the world? I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But, I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand? After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the play yards of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up!
Oh. If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever want to hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. That's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances even if I forced it? This is badder than bad. Who knew Blackwell had that one waiting in the wings? Why didn't that twisted samurai just present it at the beginning? Wait, maybe this was his real plan? Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right. Maybe I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Cordy? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honor student who had met with Professor Cordy?
There seems to be little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer. The time for a verdict has come.
No! That's not gonna happen, man!
What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a...
Maybe, but false verdicts are an N-O-N-O. No.
What?
Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I knew who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is M-E, me. Teehee. What? It was me! I did it alone! Just me! I don't get it. Why is she confessing?
Oh, Miss Newman was witnessed near the stage. She's even a related photo of her. The more I think about it, the more suspicious she seems.
Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on friends! Just so he can walk free! Get it over with! Declare me guilty already! Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Thena, but you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friends take the blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime.
What?
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it is true. Forgive me, Thena.
Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. A pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait. So was Robin trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is... Oh, is he also going to claim guilt?
This whole thing's a joke.
Oh, now it's Yu's turn?
Oh, but what? What is wrong with these kids? I know it's crossed your mind, Miss Sykes.
You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking.
I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it.
Wait. What? This is fun. I like that everyone's claiming guilt to protect each other. That's fun. That's cute. Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer? I'm so confused right now.
If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? That's absolutely genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Hoy, wait your baldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackquill, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving both of you the rest of the day to continue investigating this case.
Pinch me. I think I'm dreaming.
Fine. Do as you wish. That brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned.
Yeah, keep going. Sorry, boss. I couldn't do it. You know, that little bit of advice you gave me? The worst of times are when the lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I don't know exactly what you meant. But there was no way I could force a smile in that courtroom today. I'm just glad you remembered that. But now how about relaxing a little? Relax? Not gonna happen. Junie, she asked me to defend her because she believes in me. But I felt completely helpless. If it weren't for their confessions, I'd...
But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain?
Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen. Then, won't I? No, I can't lose it all. Not now. You okay, Athena? You're turning kind of pale. I can't just stand around here. I'm gonna go finish the investigation. Can it wait? I just took a batch of freshly baked cookies out of my magic pan. What? Thanks, but I better get going. Save me one when I get back. Apollo, you wait here. I need to see Junie at the detention center first, right away. No, wait. I'm going with you. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'd better go too.
No problem. You two be careful.
There's so much I need to ask Junie. What happened in court today? Where do we go from here?
Well now, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, Professor Means. What brings you here? I asked him to come. He arrived just a little before you. I wanted to ask him something. But first, Athena, I want to apologize for my sudden confession after you worked so hard to defend me. She was calling me Athena until just now. No, I should be the one apologizing. The whole thing spiraled out of my control, and Athena, don't worry. I'll really bring it tomorrow. I'll find something to prove your innocence. About that, Athena, I'm thinking of asking Professor Means to defend me. Huh?
I myself only just heard of this a moment ago.
Oh, so she thinks Professor Means would be... No, I can't let this happen. Not with the way he wants to do things. Junie, I know, Athena, but will you please hear me out? Athena, do you actually think Hugh or Robin could have committed this crime? My body was moved right before the mock trials. Besides Junie, they're the only ones who could move freely around campus at that time. I'm sorry, Junie, but at this point, I can't rule them out. I was afraid you'd say that.
Juniper is seeking a lawyer who can clear all three of their names. Only I am capable of such a feat.
But how can you possibly prove that all three of them are innocent?
I am a result-oriented person. Come tomorrow, I won't fail to have the perfect piece of evidence ready. For the end really does justify the means, especially for me, Professor Aristotle Means.
Ugh, I really don't like the sound of that. I'm sorry, but just as you believe I'm innocent, I believe that my friends are innocent too.
Alright, if that's how you really feel, we'll respect your decision.
Apollo,
But we want to continue our investigation. Could we ask you some more questions?
sure, I don't mind.
Professor Means, would you like to stay and join our conversation? Yes, of course. I am your lawyer after all.
There's that smile again. Why does it always creep me out? About your confession, Junie. It's not true, is it? You just said that. You just said what you did because Robin had confessed on the stand, didn't you? Yes, I wasn't thinking straight. All I knew was I had to help my friend.
You mean because of that school rule? The one that says you can't graduate if you are convicted of a crime.
No, I didn't do it because of some rule. I did it because she's my friend. Why is there discord in her voice again? Could it really be the friendship between the three of them is on the rocks? There's more here than meets the eye. When did you three first become friends? Well, even though we were in different courses, we really bonded from the first day at school. We vowed to work together to bring an end to the dark age of the law. That was when our proof of friendship came about.
Did someone, lose it?
There's that proof of friendship thing again. I just wish this were as simple as that.
We even have proof of our friendship.
Yeah, as long as our friendship lasts, I bet we'll be carrying them around. But the situation kind of changed recently. When the school's policy shifted to training legal professions who produce results.
Allow me to explain. In the lawyer course I teach, producing results means winning trials. Professor Corti, on the other hand, taught that finding the truth was the only valid result. Unfortunately, that clash of ideas created a rift among our students.
So, you're the one who obviously killed her because of the difference in philosophy. You killed her. God, it's definitely Means.
Absolutely, it's Professor Means.
At some point, we stopped talking about it. While that meant fewer arguments, it also meant we couldn't be as frank and open with each other as we used to be.
That is always awkward when it's this longtime group of friends suddenly has differing political opinions or something, and there's no one ever talks or addresses it, and it becomes a silent topic. It kind of sucks.
I think I understand now. By putting their friendship on a pedestal, they actually did more harm than good. It seems the relationship between the three of them isn't as simple as I thought.
Okay, so they're three best friends with different political opinions.
Juniper, thank you for talking to us about this difficult subject. Yes, thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us... thanks, Junie. Now, if you could tell us about the day of the murder... Junie, you told us yesterday that you went to home a little after 6 p.m. Was that a lie? I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but what actually happened was I left the art room a little after 6 p.m. and headed over to my dressing room, where I worked on my stage costume until 7. That's it? You didn't go anywhere else? No, nowhere else. If that really were it, then there would be no reason to lie in the first place. She's gotta be hiding something else. Junie, do you remember this picture? Yes, but something's wrong here. Wrong? What's wrong? I took this picture around 6, which was before I'd left the art room. But the clock here says it's just after 7. By 7, I'd already been working in my dressing room for some time. So there's definitely something wrong with the time of this picture. Huh. I guess we'd better go check the art room. Okay, just one last question about the day of the murder. On the evening before the mock trial, the evening of the murder, you ran into Hugh? Yes, I did. At around 7:15, I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed each other by. Seemed usual. But that's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? She suddenly went silent. She always was terrible at hiding things. She was trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying around going... Was she trying to keep their meeting a secret by lying about going home at 6? Alright, I won't press the matter any further. Is there anything else you noticed on the night of the murder? Well, I don't know if this will help, but that evening, I went back to my dressing room to get something I'd forgotten there. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30? Around 8:30, huh? That's over an hour after when the crime supposedly took place. That's when I noticed that both stage statues were finished. They were quite large, and they were each covered with a white sheet, but I could tell. It made me happy to think that after all that hard work, they were finally finished. Oh right, the statues that Bob had made. So they were covered in white sheets? Junie, are you okay? Sorry, I'm a little tired, that's all. That's that good shit, hell yeah, fuck yeah. Yep. Athena, I think this meeting is over. Professor Means?
I will use any means possible to get the result I want in Juniper's case. But it will require considerable preparation, so I must be off.
Junie, and Professor Means, I have a proposal. A proposal? Wait, this isn't another one of your crazy... By sundown today. Yes? Athena Sykes, along with Apollo Justice. Wait a sec, don't drag my name into it. We're going to discover the truth behind this murder mystery. What? We're going to bring you solid evidence showing you just what the truth is.
I see. So it has come to this, has it?
If we succeed in doing that, I want you to promise that you'll accept it, Junie, no matter how hard it is to hear. Then you shouldn't need anyone else to defend you except me. Have we got a deal? I trust that's okay with you too, Professor Means.
I have no objections, as long as Juniper is satisfied with the arrangement.
Okay, but only if it's the real truth. I'm sorry to put you through this, Athena, but thank you. I've been thinking only of myself this whole time. Junie, it's way too early to thank me. But you can thank me all you want, once I get to the bottom of this.
Very well. I will see you back here at sundown.
Sorry for all the trouble, Professor. It's just she's near the agency, so...
Don't be so silly. I find it rather thrilling. Now, let us meet here again later.
If you'll excuse me, I'd better go. Okay, see you later. If trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? There's no time to be thinking about that. I've got an investigation to do. I will find the truth by sundown, no matter what.
Let's go to the hallway, why not? Lecture hall. Anyone over here? Here we go. Oh god, this bitch. Okay, sure. Drinking water for this. Icon. Is it my imagination, or did something just move? Oh. Afternoon, you two. Prosecutor Gavin, what are you doing here? Don't you think sneaking out onto campus like this is just slightly suspicious? I'll have you know I'm continuing my investigation in the strictest of confidence. I don't want to be caught napping again at tomorrow's trial. And that means a thorough investigation today. Think you can lend us a hand? I'm not one to refuse a damsel in distress. But you needn't have asked, Fräulein. I'd intended to help from the start. You're the best, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay, time for a thorough investigation. I bet we missed a lot of stuff yesterday. Prosecutor Gavin, you were scheduled to perform at the school festival, weren't you? That's right, but I hadn't seen this stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and the big crescent moon isn't half bad. We also had some tricks up our sleeve to make this concert really rock. Pyrotechnics, a fog machine, big banners, things like that. It would have looked like this. Well, we've seen this before. Oh, the plans from yesterday. What's that design on the banner there on the back? I know the scales are the school emblem, but what's with the number 6? It looks like it's a serious pain or something. Athena, Ixnay, or the Ixe? I have no idea what that is. That's the Gavinia's logo. Fräulein. Oh, and nice pig Latin. Forehead real smooth. Oh, I meant it looks like the number 6 rockin' seriously hard. 9, Fräulein. It's the G for Gavinias. Not a 6, but whatever floats your pretty boat. So where is the banner? I don't see it anywhere on stage. It was an important part of the show, but the school managed to misplace it somehow. It's a pity. We had it specially made from heavyweight high-grade cloth. A missing banner and 2 broken statues. There are mysteries aplenty to be solved, yeah? But come to think of it, one of the broken statues was of Prosecutor Gavin. Yeah, we don't know how the hell that happened yet. As you can see here in the stage plans, right here we have the statue of me. And right there, a right statue. But little does that matter now, as we both lie in pieces thanks to you, Forehead. What did I ever do to you? Actually, the statue broke into rather large pieces. Why don't we try to put it back together? Maybe we'll learn something new. Picking up the pieces of a shattered rock star? Chung, that's one uber cool idea. There might even be a song in there somewhere. Yeah, let's do this. Scannell. Is that an investigation, or am I interpreting a German language club social event? Come on. There we go. It's a copy of the school paper with the story about the alleged... It's more popular than you think. What was that? I thought I heard something just now. One in your ears playing tricks on you. God, we actually can't see her. That's so funny. Oh no, Prosecutor Gavin! You're a complete wreck! Literally. Why in the world would someone do something like this? I don't know, but it must have felt an amazing sense of release. Can I take that as a confession, Forehead? What? No,
I feel bad for Robin. She worked so hard on these. Let's pick up the pieces for her. You got it. Let's check every corner of this stage then, yeah? Wait, isn't that what I'm doing? Found one. A piece of Prosecutor Gavin's shattered pride. Are you saying my pride is as fragile as plaster of Paris? It looks like there are other ledge pieces scattered around. Okay, let's find what we can. So I'm actively finding pieces. How did one get over there? Found another piece of the statue. But there should still be some more. Let's leave no stone unturned. Oh, here, there's one. Okay, is it just those three, or...? Wait, you don't think this weird box here is... Hands off! I knew it! I knew that voice anywhere. Let's just ignore it. I mean, it made its wishes loud and clear. So this is the future cardboard box technology has afforded us, huh? So we're just ignoring her. Anyways, for line of remarks, prosecutor's bench has taught me much about human emotions. Picture it now. You with silvery singing voice and Apollo sweating bullets. Hey, what about picturing me winning once in a while? Which he usually did. Where's the last piece? I don't... Oh, there's one. There's still more. God, Gavin, how many pieces of you are there? There's no pieces over here. Channing Seminole, you and Robin, besides Junie, they're the only ones who can move freely around the campus. Yeah, this isn't important. That means one of them must be the killer. That's not really enough to go on. Talk with Junie for one more time to persuade her to give us the name. It's just repeating stuff. Oh, hello. Another piece of the statue. Thanks, Apollo. This makes 5 pieces in all. I think we have all we're going to find. Thank God. Actually, I want to... Okay, let's get back to where Prosecutor Gavin was shattered. Well, I don't see any other big pieces lying around. Yeah, let's see if we can put the statue back together. Alright, Apollo. You come over here and put, Prosecutor Gavin, if you could hold this. Hey, he's back in his glory. We did it! Not bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, but don't you think it's strange? We put the statue back together, but look.
What's with all these leftover white pieces?
Huh, these look like they go together. And this one too.
Athena, what do you think you're doing?
Don't stop me now. The artist inside me wants to get out and have a good time.
So, what is it? Ah, it's the goddess of law holding a pair of scales in one hand and a sword in the other. That's quite the feat you pulled off there, Fräulein.
Phew. I love the feeling you get after you work really hard on something. No. I know who it was. I meant to ask what it's doing here.
Not sure. There's no statue like that in the stage plans.
Still, I could swear I've seen the statue somewhere before.
Yeah, is that the statue in the picture? The more we learn, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. At least we're moving in the right direction. Let's keep searching the stage for clues.
I've been wondering about something this whole time. You know that pole at the edge of the stage?
You mean this? It has a wire that goes off and connects something to somewhere.
Interesting.
Well, this right here is shenanigans. This is going to be the most shenanigan that ever did shenanigan. An impressive building fit for an impressive school. Yeah, and those beautiful walls are like big black canvases. See, my shoe print leaves really distinct marks.
Hey, cut that out before you get us in trouble.
It's just a window. This wire is for hanging banners over the stage. One of the policemen who was here earlier was checking out how it worked. Oh, so that's why the banner looks like it's out of place. The banners are hung and removed from the art room over there.
That's the art room over there? As in the scene of the crime?
Bingo, Fräulein. It's still crawling with cops, though.
Hey, anyone in the art room? Hey, anyone in the art room?
Oh, it's you people! In justice we trust!
It's Detective Fulbright. In justice we trust.
Is that some kind of greeting between you two?
Detective Fulbright, can you lower that banner from there?
Of course! Just leave it to me! How's that? Phew!
Thanks, Detective. In justice we trust.
Ha ha ha! Always glad to help. In justice we trust. So, is that some kind of greeting between you two or not? Well, looks like the banner's down now. Let's go take a look.
Oh boy, this is so sus.
This is the most sus thing I've ever did sus. Look at this banner. I don't think it would have flapped very well in the wind. An unflappable banner? Hey, I like that. It goes perfect with unflappable lawyers and unflappable rockers.
It's like it was made for this very stage.
Look at this. The bottom part is all knotted up. Let me try and unravel it. Ooh, is that blood?
Jeez, did you really have to? You don't come across an unflappable banner every day.
Athena, there are some things that we have to yield to force beyond themselves. What a cruel world we live in. Hey, a scrap of paper was caught up inside.
It's blown away. I got it. Yes, great catch, huh?
Hue 120. Looks like some kind of note. What does it say? October, Hue 120. What's that supposed to mean? A test score, maybe? Pretty impressive when you consider that 100 is a perfect score. I don't see how even Hue could get beyond perfect. Fräulein, shall we inspect the banner again, now that it's been unraveled?
This is the emblem that's on Junie's school uniform. Hey, you're right. Wait a sec. It's hard to see against the red material, but look! There's a dark red stain here, just under the emblem. This banner was on a wire connected to the art room. Right, and the art room is where the murder occurred. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This stain might be from the victim's blood. Hey, look what I made. Not bad, huh? It's their own. Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. We have a statue smasher in addition to a killer to catch now.
No, and I suspect they might be one and the same.
I guess look at the other statue. Why not? Doesn't look anything like you. Is it? I just want to make sure. Wow, it does look like this, but all fucked up. I did think the statue looked weird. It's both innocent strength, but Shayna's symbols were shattered along with the statue of you and Mr. Right. This is the direct terms of the rule of law. Well, if you want to fight, they've got one. Oh, take it down a notch, Tiger. Let's save the fighting for when we find our culprit. Phew, that was a whole lot of poking around in such a short time. Does that mean you're satisfied? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check out. Kicks box. See that metal fence back there? There's just that one segment, so it seems out of place.
It looks like they were in the process of removing them after the stage was set up. But they were never able to finish on account of the murder.
We should take a look if you think it could be important. Huh, this track looks man-made. Oh, like that brown streak on the top right. Hey, you're right. It looks like it starts from behind the backdrop. Maybe a big muddy pro wrestler was hiding back there? Well, that was totally random, but we'll never know until we take a look. Looks like something was being dragged through here. And this is where it started. Okay, so there is a thing on the floor too. Yeah, but whatever it was is long gone.
Must have been pretty heavy. Perhaps it was used in setting up the school festival.
Ah, then I guess it wasn't a pro wrestler. Still, this could be something important. Well, that's about it for the stage. Right, I think we better search the art room next.
I think I'll hang around here for a while, but make sure to tell me once you find it, yeah?
You find what?
What else? The Gavinia's banner that disappeared from the stage? You never know. It just might be connected to the case at hand.
Really? Or does he just want his banner back?
Utica, don't tell me. So, in short, that's...
Huh? Hey. That box, it just took off running. I have a pretty good idea of who that is. As I suspect you do too. Come on, we can't afford to have any weird articles written about us. The maintenance area is over in that direction. After that box. God, I'm getting a lot of fucking bots. I'm getting like a bot a stream, which is annoying. Okay.
Utica.
Miriam, you're liable to get tossed in the garbage truck if you hang around here.
I'm just an empty box. That's what you do with them. You throw them away.
Hey, did you change boxes? I like the new look.
What does it matter anymore? It was a complete failure in court today. My work, my pride, my dreams, everything I've worked so hard for, gone.
The scuttlebutt butt doesn't believe in you. Make you a failure reporter. Fuck you.
Failure!
Come to think of it, calling him a failure as a reporter might have been a bit extreme. Ugh.
Don't scold me, despise me, and pack me away where I'll never see the light of day. God, I've been cast aside to waste away in a big pile of mushy paper mache.
I kind of feel responsible for this, but now's our chance to prod her for information while she's vulnerable. I bet that's what you were just thinking. What kind of person do you think I am? He read me like a book. Scuttling scuttlebutt. That was you on stage earlier, wasn't it? Why'd you run off like that?
Take a look at this.
Why are you showing me a bundle rag? Oh, uh-oh. Clavalier ain't gonna be happy. Wait, it's really hard to see, but I think that's the Gaffineers logo there. So is this the banner that disappeared? It's all burned up.
Don't look at me. I just happened to find it in the incinerator.
Incinerator? Did Blackwell actually make good on his threat to burn her box? You should probably try to find out whether someone tried to destroy this on purpose. Yeah, this banner is sounding less and less unrelated to our case, Apollo. Miriam, I owe you an apology. I shouldn't have said you were a failure as a reporter.
Too late. I've already decided journalism isn't for me. The last step is to erase all the photos on my PC. I'm really gonna do it. Here goes.
5%.
10%. 4 years of my life down the drain.
Shouldn't we stop her, Athena? But Miriam, you should keep publishing your paper. I didn't mean what I said, okay?
You didn't mean it? Oh. No, my photos! Stop! Cancel! Abort!
Did you stop it in time?
Deletion progress. 99% complete. There are only 2 pictures left.
What are you going to do now, Athena? You owe it to her to make this right. I know. Oh, he doesn't. Don't worry, Miriam. Your photos may be gone, but the memory of your photographic genius will live on forever in all our hearts. Athena? That was cringeworthy. Hey, Miriam, check this out. That is such an awful picture of you. He's like, you took some amazing photos of the 3 of them. I'm sure they really appreciated it.
Obviously, I'm the ace member of the newspaper club. The only member, in fact.
I know this won't make up for the photos you lost, but here are your newspapers back. Oh, I don't need the evidence anymore. That's what this bit is.
There's no rest for the Otacon. There's no rest for the wicked. I plan on pursuing those 3 for as long as I live.
Miriam, why are you so obsessed with Juniper, Hugh, and Robin?
Obsessed? I'm not obsessed with them. It's just they were so close ever since their freshman year. So, well.
Athena, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, I think that's the only explanation.
Oh, wait a sec. You're not thinking what I think you're thinking.
That's exactly what he's thinking, Miriam. You want in on the little trio.
Cut.
How could you possibly know that?
That's one abused laptop.
Otacon, my laptop won't turn on. Never thought my life would end so soon. A mere 17 years.
Now I really feel bad. Ooh, I know. Miriam, you have a laptop at the office. We'd be happy to lend it to you. We have a laptop.
Oh, you have a laptop I could use?
Sure, but on one condition. I want you to ask Junie, Hugh, and Robin if you can hang out with them.
What? Like I could never do that.
Sorry, but that's the deal if you want to borrow a laptop. You scare me sometimes, Athena. You're like good cop, bad cop all rolled into one.
Fine, I'll do it. If that's all you want.
Yay! I'll be by later to bring you the laptop.
Wait! It's not like I owe you or anything, but here.
Thanks. Ooh, it's a set of pictures. Sassy Baka, Sassy Baka. Apollo, it looks like they're setting up the stage.
Yeah, I took them when they were putting the stage backdrops into place.
Oh, this is at 6:01. Interesting. Wow, you sure have an eye for photography. From what I can make out, anyway.
These are the... Otacon, these are the last 2 photos that didn't get deleted. They're all yours. Well, see you around, scary lawyer lady. Okay.
That was really impressive, Athena. What's next? Well, I'd like to talk to Hugh or Robin if possible. Okay, let's walk around and see if we can find them. I kind of want to save the art room for last. Hallway. Hey, that's Hugh over there. Hugh, we wanted a word with you, if you don't mind.
Oh, it was Mr. Wright. Oh, if it was Mr. Wright, then sure. But you two? Meh.
I knew it. There's a hint of discord in Hugh's voice. You're not getting off that easy. After all, you're a possible suspect. Plus, you actually confessed in court.
Whatever. So what do you want from me? Oh, but make it brief. I don't have a lot of time, but I assume you don't either.
About your confession today. You weren't serious about that, were you?
Let's just say I had no choice, thanks to a certain lawyer who failed to get her job done.
So you're really prepared to take the blame for this?
Not gonna happen. The voice on the tape is female, so that rules me out. Let's put it this way, you don't actually believe that ridiculous play on words, do you? Well, my confession is just like that. A means to an end. Or as we say around here. The end justifies the means.
Ugh, but I actually do believe the voice is shouting Hugh O'Connor.
Juniper's confession was quite advantageous for the real killer. But if Robin and I were actually the killer, we wouldn't have confessed. It's that simple. Even you should be capable of such reasoning. Or have I overestimated you? You'll make a great lawyer someday.
I mean, you seem to enjoy getting under people's skin. Did Hugh and Robin's confession really prove their innocence instead of their guilt? I think it proves Robbins, as Hugh just said, he confessed to the crime knowing that he wasn't going to be convicted, meaning that his was a half-hearted anyway. So he's still in hot water. It's gonna take some serious thinking on my part. Him confessing was him saving his ass. Relation to Blackwell. It's sure like Prosecutor Blackwell was twisting your arm to testify earlier today. Is there some sort of secret he's using against you? Intention of saying anything more now, if you'll excuse me. Hold, I am not through with you yet. Seems as though Rogue Prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you know what.
No, wait.
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. You really are like amateur. Even if that were true, you'd think I'd open up to you. So he's not denying it. That secret might be causing the discord in his voice. Then again, we have the same problem with Junie and Robin. You're just wasting your time and mine. Next question. About that meeting with Professor Cordy on the 23rd. Why did she want to see you? I have no intention of telling you. You'll have to force it out of me, any way you can. Ugh, Professor Mean strikes again. Then again, Hugh is in the lawyer course. But didn't Professor Cordy used to say that the only good result is the truth? So why don't you drop your whole charade and just tell me the truth? The truth? How can you be so sure it will help you solve this case? The truth isn't necessarily your friend, nor Juniper for that matter. No, you're wrong. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to defend Junie the right way, using the truth. It's the only way to honor Junie's wishes and Professor Cordy's memory. I see. Very well, Miss Sykes. I'll testify tomorrow about the truth you're so interested in. Hugh. But... don't look to me if something happens to Juniper because of it. Understand? What's that supposed to mean? What a terrible thing to say. I thought you guys were friends. Yes, we were. Until just recently, actually. What? I already told Juniper, so I might as well as tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. What? Why? Just as I have my secrets. She has a side you've never seen. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. Oh, is she the actual one who is on the might makes right side? What are you saying? This conversation is over. I said I don't have a lot of time, and I meant it. Hugh, wait. He's gone. He doesn't care about her anymore? Why would he say that? That didn't go so well. I guess we'll just have to pin our hopes on his testimony tomorrow. Athena? What do you say we head over to the art room? Might be a nice change of pace. Hopefully the police have completed their investigation. Alright. We don't really have much time left anyway. That's a different painting.
Ha ha ha! Why, if it isn't my little lawyer friends again!
But thanks again for lowering that school banner for us earlier.
Don't mention it! Helping those in need is what Brand of Justice is all about.
Right. So this art room was where the murder actually occurred.
That's right. You can't see it with the naked eye, but the blood on the floor. The area roped off in the middle of the room marks the spot. The police investigation is done, so if you want to look around, knock yourselves out.
Find anything new, Detective Fulbright?
Good question. Unfortunately, the answer is nothing much yet.
Each show is confident for having found nothing.
But if we're talking outside of the art room, there has been a major breakthrough.
Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do.
No need for the thief.
I want to read that again. Oh dear, unless I find out what that is, I don't know what I shall do.
No need for the theatrics. I was told I could fill you in on this one.
Wow, you saw right through me, detective. I'm impressed. Looking to get arrested for murder via unwarranted flattery, aren't we? So, what's the major breakthrough you mentioned?
You want to know? You really want to know? You really, really want to?
Come on, just tell us already.
Oh, you're no fun. Anywho, we got the results of the voice print analysis back.
Voice print? You mean for this tape recorder?
Exactly. The voice belonged to the suspect, Miss Woods, beyond a shadow of a doubt. See right here? They analyzed the voice on tape analyzed the voice on the tape inside and out. And you thought the voice on the tape was saying Q O'Connor. Thanks for the good laugh, Miss Sykes.
Ugh. He's the last person I want laughing at me. So now there's evidence on Juniper shouting, "You're a goner" around the time of the death. If we were to take this as truth, how are we supposed to make sense of it? I don't know. I can't think of any reason why Junior would shout that in the first place. That's bad. I want to look here. Hey, it's gone. Remember that strange statue in the school camera photo? You're right. I wonder where it is. Robin's a member of the Fine Arts Club. Maybe she could shed some light on this. I can see the other half of the buildings over there, and the quad stage down below. Yeah, this must be the window Detective Fulbright stuck his head out of earlier. Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for your help, Detective.
A true champion of justice always comes running to those in need.
Great, then how about telling us Prosecutor Blackwell's strategy for tomorrow?
All right, let me think.
Well?
Huh? Oh, hey, I'm not falling for that.
So close, I could almost taste it. A picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. R. Newman. Wow, Robin must have painted this. Is this Juniper? The clothes are different, but... Oh look, there's a piece of paper stuck to the back. Let's see what it says. Completely lacks Professor Corty's artistry. Must keep practicing, Robin. Huh? I think this is plenty good myself. I wonder what it would have looked like if Professor Corty had painted Juniper. I bet it would have been really artistic looking. Well, I guess, on that note... Picture of a girl wearing a floral hat. Oh, it has the artist's name right here. C. Corty. Wow, Professor Corty must have painted this. So, is this what they consider art? I really don't get it. It's actually pretty awesome. I swear I've seen this girl before. There's an air of fragility about her, and those pity-inducing eyes. Who is this again? Name's on the tip of my tongue. Come on. Oh, this seems important. A mock trial script on the floor and a nearby an envelope marked use. I wonder if Miriam's script was ever really inside that envelope. Let's see here. By Miriam Scuttlebutt, and the title is Rogue et Noir, Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. I wouldn't take part in that mock trial if she begged me. It says there are special rules allowing payment of bribes while the court is adjourned. Oh, and you can bring in... Oh, and you can bring up to $3 worth of fabricated evidence. It also says, welcome to the darkest mock trial ever, where the end justifies the means. The prosecution claims that this is the script that was supposed to have been used. But the script was selected by Professor Corty considering how much she valued the truth. I seriously doubt she'd pick a script titled Crimson Blood and Dark Judgment. Wow, you have the title memorized already?
Alright, this seems important.
Hey, this area with the rope around it.
That's where we detected a large amount of blood stain. In short, the victim was stabbed here, or somewhere close by.
And the fact that there's no visible blood means it was wiped up with something, right?
Right, but we were able to detect trace amounts of blood. Merely wiping it up does not remove all the evidence of wrongdoing, and that,
In a nutshell, is justice, right?
I'd appreciate if you'd let me have the cool lines.
There's a paint palette here, no surprise, considering this is the art room. Looks like someone mixed yellow and red to make orange. I prefer yellow. On the other hand, you are way too red. What's that supposed to mean? I think this is saying that the two of us have a work together. We have to work together to solve the case. Ooh, what if the Professor Cordy's sending us a message from beyond the grave? What about the blob right next to it, the one with red and green? Maybe she's implying that you need more delicious greens in your diet? Are you saying Professor Cordy is watching over our dietary habits from the pearly gates? Nothing else here seems important. Oh, there's a winch. So why on a winch? So this is how they wheeled the banners in and out. It's a nice view on the stage from here. Prosecutor Gavin is still standing in front of the broken statue. So it really wasn't you, Apollo? Don't worry, you can tell me. I won't tell anyone. Ugh, I'll never clear my name unless we catch the real culprit. Nope, not you. Not you. Search the art room once the cops are done. Search the school for more info. It's not a mock trial script. Actually, there's a whole bunch of them here. Let's see. Looks like everyone from the Judge Quest submitted one.
The victim, Constance Courtney, was the Fine Arts Club advisor, so she probably spent a lot of time up here in addition to her other duties. This isn't where I'd keep a bunch of scripts, but I'd wager that's how they wound up here.
Poor, stressed out, overworked Miss Professor Cordy. I know exactly how she feels.
You must, because your desk always looks like a tornado hit it.
You're one to talk, Apollo.
Me? What about Mr. Wright?
Maybe we should rename the firm Maybe we should rename the firm. Right Stuff All Over the Place Agency. 3 busts sitting on the shelf. A judge, a defendant, and either a lawyer or a prosecutor. The bearded one must be the judge, and the bummed one looks outlooking the defendant. Look, there's another one that's fallen onto the floor. I wonder which one fell, the lawyer or the prosecutor. Think, Apollo, think! This could tell us about how tomorrow's trial will go. I'll just wait for tomorrow's horoscopes. Thanks. Look, a piece of pottery. Looks like it's already been fired. I bet Robin made it. And I bet it won't last long, not with the way she deals with her own work anyway. Yeah, it seems like such a waste. I mean, this one's already has some color on it. It looks just like bloodstains, the way they the way the glaze was dripped onto it. Just like bloodstains?
In justice we trust. That does look like bloodstains. We'd better examine it at once.
Not fun. Mubby. Oh, I got a call. Yeah, the victim was stabbed in the middle of the room where the big bloodstain is. And then brought over here, at which point some of her blood dripped onto these pieces. That means the body was very well could have dropped from the window. In the mock trial script, a body was dropped onto a mat. Then a ball cart was used to move it over to the stage. The maintenance area is below this room, and the storehouse there has a mat and ball cart. So, even moving the body was carried out just like in the script? The killer sure had a thing for Junie's script.
Well, what do you expect? That's why we suspected the defendant in the first place.
Well, you're wrong, and I'm gonna prove it in court. So that was important. I've kind of already examined everything. Might as well just examine this. It looks like there's a prosecutor's badge at the top of the statue. If it's not, as if you look real close, another strange, difficult to understand work of art. Look at the title, Guilty, Guilty, Guilty. Real creative. Alright, either it's too abstract to understand, or as subtle as a sledgehammer. Yeah, art hater. Apollo. What's up? This is the only other thing in this room to examine. Oh, the clock. God damn it, I'm stupid. That's super important. This is the clock that created the major problem for Junie. Let's take a closer look.
Don't waste your time. I've checked it, and it's 100% accurate.
You sure? How'd you check it?
Of course I'm sure. I compared it to my own watch, see?
Detective Fulbright? Didn't you notice that your watch had stopped?
It has? This is unacceptable.
We obviously can't rely on him. Let's take a look for ourselves. Let's see. Wait a second. It's ahead by one whole hour. Well, detective? This clock must have also been an hour ahead when this photo was taken. If so, that would perfectly fit with Junie's testimony. Prosecutor Blackwell won't like this. I almost feel sorry for the detective. Almost. You can at least pretend to feel sorry by wiping that big grin off your face.
Wait just a minute. The clock is an hour ahead right now, sure. But what proof do you have that it was running ahead on the day of the crime?
Huh, that's a good question. Wait, I think I just might have something. Detective Fulbright, you would agree that there was a moon outside of this window, right?
Sure, a nice crescent one. Something like out of a picture book.
But if you look at the window in the back with the winch attached to it, you'll see that the only view to be had is the opposite side of the school building.
Oof, then what's this moon doing here?
I wonder. It's the backdrop. Gavin, you're scheduled to perform at the scale, that's right. Hadn't seen the stage until yesterday. That backdrop with the starry sky and big crescent moon isn't half bad. Water. Isn't that the same as the one painted on the stage backdrop? The proof's right here, detective. This shows it was 6 p.m. when the photo was taken. Oh, it's these. Because... I know what this moon really is. If you look at this photo, you'll know too. This shows where that moon in the photo came from and the truth of Junie's testimony.
What? Why does it show that?
If you look right here, it'll all become crystal clear. Entertainment. They were still preparing the stage, so its backdrop wasn't in place yet. This photo shows them in the process of moving the backdrop into position. I see that. That's the big board hanging there. The size matches too.
But there's no picture.
That's a crucial detail.
It is, but I believe what we're seeing in this photo is the back of the board.
The back of the...
That's right, and around 6 p.m. when this was taken, a photo of that same board was being taken from the front.
What do you mean the front? The front is against the wall.
That's where you're wrong. What about the window? Remember how we said the moon shouldn't even exist in this photo? Take a good look.
Are you suggesting the moon is the one on the backdrop?
Exactly. In short, the photo was taken while the backdrop was being moved. And as you can see here, it was around 6 when the backdrop was being set into place. So the art room clock was running fast, at least as far as back of the day of the murder.
How could I even face Prosecutor Blackwell now?
Yes, I just blew a hole in a piece of the prosecution's evidence. Well, I think we've examined pretty much everything we can. By the way, did Prosecutor Blackwell happen to tell you anything about tomorrow's trial?
In justice we trust. It's no use trying to pry more information out of me. Having just learned about the clock, I'd been 1 hour fast. Means we're back to square one considering the suspect's actions that day.
Huh, I wonder what the main argument will be about now.
How about the body was moved? How the body was moved would be my guess, but Prosecutor Blackwell's got his own plans.
Oh, does he now? Detective Fulbright.
Try as you might, I won't say another word about the investigation.
No, I wasn't going to ask you about that. I was just wondering if you'd seen Robin.
Oh, you mean Miss Robin Newman? She was here just a moment ago. And she mumbled something about watching videos in the lecture hall.
Video? What video? Thanks, Detective. Athena, I think we should stop by the lecture hall. Right, let's go. There she is, Robin. Hey, Robin. Oh, Athena. Apollo. What are you watching now? It just so happens to be a video of the mock trial. I had to use a bit of coercion to get it, but the end justifies the means, right? There it is again. Professor Mean sure has a lot of influence around here. Care to take a look at the true connection between the murder and the mock trial with me? Sounds great, but do you mind if we ask you some questions first? Sure. I'll tell you anything you at WANT1. Why did you confess? About your confession today. Why'd you do it? Because Juniper hasn't done anything wrong. I had to stop the trial by any means possible. Right. The ends justify the means, so you're a follower of Professor Means too? Professor Means is a wonderful teacher. As was Professor Corti. I like them. B-O-T-H both. She bust that one off like a pro. But with that style of justice, you run the risk of breaking the law. Well, I'm prepared to quit school because of this case. What? Why? I want to be an artist. That's what I really want, man. But no, it's forced me to study to become a prosecutor. But if the trial went south, then you'd have to drop out and give up on being a prosecutor. That's what you're really after, isn't it? Uh-huh. Talk about someone who literally changes at the bat of an eyelash. I guess she's been dealing with her own problems too. That totally makes sense. Yeah, I suppose so, but that doesn't make what she did right. Could you tell us about what you were doing on the night of the murder? Finished a statue. I was on stage until the last bell. Oh, that's right. You made the statues of Mr. Wright and Prosecutor Gavin, didn't you? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Both of them. This is just a formality, but can you prove you were making the statues at that time? Can I prove it? You think I'm the killer now? No, that's not what I meant. Both you and Robin were still at school after 7 p.m., but neither of them can prove exactly what they were doing. Could one of them really have murdered Professor Cordy? Have there been any problems now that everyone here knows that you're a girl? No worries there. I discussed the matter with Professor Cordy some time ago. I told her I wanted to let everyone know I really was a girl. And today I found out that she spoke with the school administration on my behalf. Wow, they must really like you. I know, right? But now I can finally be myself here at school. I don't have to hide the fact that I love girly clothes. That's why, Athena, I simply must have this, and this by any means possible. But what? But this is evidence we need for the trial. Sorry, no can do. No, don't be a party pooper, Athena. Come on, please, pretty please. Okay, that's fine. Oh, darn it. Anyway, thanks again, Athena. Thank you for revealing who I really am. I really wanted everyone to know before the snitch found out. The snitch? Sounds like a new lead. There's a rumor going around that one of the students here is a snitch. I hear they're watching everything we do. Our activities, our relationships, our interests. And reporting it all to the professors. But why would anyone do that? Officially, I heard it's to seek out misconduct among the student body. But rumor has it, that grades were being bought and sold through the surveillance network. Grades were being bought. That's bribery! The situation of Themis Legal Academy is worse than I thought. So is that how, is Hugh the snitch? Is that how he gets hundreds on every test? While all this is important stuff, I still want to ask about that thing in the art room. I'll have to present some evidence to show her what I'm talking about, though. Robin, I just remembered something I wanted to ask you. This photo shows a piece of art on the table. Do you know what it is?
What? Whoa! Look at that unique artistic sense! Artistic sense! That has to be one of Professor Cordy's creations, man!
Professor Cordy's artistic sense?
Professor Cordy's artistic sense.
That's a tough one. I'd say it's an avant-garde and very eccentric. In other words, it's weird and all over the place. Mean? Wow, this writer doesn't like avant-garde, apparently. Come to think of it, that strange-looking painting in the art room was one of Professor Cordy's works, wasn't it? The statue in that photo was originally a statue of Lady Justice. Lady Justice? Professor Cordy had planned on placing it on the judge's bench in the lecture hall. But the day before the mock trial, it broke while she was polishing it. So she said that she'd take it back to the art room and try to fix it up somehow. So this is the statue in its proper state? You bet. Just look at this wild silhouette. Wow, it's C-U-T-E-Q. I don't get it. Do you have to be an artist to appreciate stuff like this, or... Athena? The Lady Justice that you put back together on that stage. Oh right, I didn't realize before because it was in pieces, but before it was smashed. Maybe it didn't look like Lady Justice, but more like it does in the photo. But what in the world was it doing on stage? Well, I think that about covers it. Okay, then how about watching the mock trial video with me? What do you say? Sure, sounds good to me. So, how do you want to watch it? All classroom desks at this school have their own built-in computer, you know. Wow, this place is definitely cushier than I thought. I know you guys are in a hurry, so I'll just fast forward to the important parts. Let's start with Professor's pre-trial speech. Oh great, video evidence.
Good afternoon. I would like to start by thanking you for coming here today.
that sounds like Professor Means.
The mock trial, the crown jewel event of the school festival, will begin shortly.
Is the camera like this the whole time? Yeah, it's a fixed position in front of the stage.
When I was a student, I too could hardly wait for this day to come.
How come teacher speeches always make me so sleepy? Let's just skip to the end of this speech.
Now, let the mock trial begin.
Hey, what's the deal here? Why is Junie so large in this shot? Looks to me that she cut right in front of the camera. And Juniper was also in charge of the audio. Even though she was already playing a part in the mock trial itself? She had to do it to keep the script details secret. She was all over the place that day. When she wasn't in the trial, she was in the audio control room dealing with the music. Oh, so this is what the lecture hall looks like. Looks like there's a judge bench back by the screen and the witness stand up front. What about those balconies with the professor's name on them? Faculty. Okay, Professor Means was one, Professor Court was the other. So we're getting a location on Professor Means. Interesting. Those are the faculty seats. Professor Means and Professor Courtney were in charge of scoring the mock trial. Okay, let's fast forward to this this a bit. And that's where the defendant is definitely guilty. Ah, that was me. Could you tell? Objection. A foiled co-ed used her bare hands to stab a professor with an arrow. I don't think so. You had that line in the mock trial, mock trial, Apollo, but you made it sound kind of weird. Cut me some slack. That was my first time reading that script. I think Juniper's gonna speak next. I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Wow, what an emotional performance. She'd put a real actress to shame. Wait. God, that's so dumb. Was she practicing her lines? And that's what they picked up? Good grief. Wait, could you go back and play that scene again? You really think that's necessary? I didn't do it. I had suffered a breakdown and pretty much lost it. It's true I shouted, "You're a goner," but I didn't mean it. Stop, did you hear that? I think you're onto something. Let's play that last part. Oh, we're playing it again? I don't follow. What are you guys so excited about? I think this piece of evidence should explain it.
Take that!
I'm sure you remember this. It contains a female voice shouting a violent threat. I'll play it for you. You're a goner. The voice and performances do sound similar, but I can't believe this is happening. It's just a possibility. But if the voices on this tape is really a recording, one made from the mock trial video, then that means this evidence was fabricated. They didn't get to do a voice print analysis in time for court today. That's why the gender of the voice became so important. And if the real killer had foreseen that the gender would become key in today's trial, he would have tried to deflect the attention away from himself by making the suspect female. So basically, the only one with something to gain from doing this is our sole male suspect. Wait a second. No! Wait! Professor Means' credo is, the ends justify the means. So it makes perfect sense that a student who took those words to heart would fabricate evidence, We need to get that tape analyzed as soon as possible. Allow me to assist you with that.
Allow me to assist you with that.
Prosecutor Gavin, at least make some kind of noise so we know you're here.
It's go big or go home with a rockstar entrance, Fräulein. Timing is everything. Let me make a copy of that tape right now, and I'll get the results to you as soon as I can. I trust that would be alright?
Very much so, thanks.
I like that we have Gavin in our corner. That's very fun.
Well, Athena, it's almost showdown. Isn't it about time we head over to the detention center? I think Junie will agree that this is something that can prove her innocence, but will her heart really be open to accepting it? She had to have known this was what I'd find. And that about covers the main gist of our investigation.
I see. Very interesting. You've been quite the busy beaver today.
Thank you for all your hard work, Athena. Well, my time's about up. And it'll be getting dark soon, so... Junie! You must be tired after being on your feet all day. You should go home and... No, wait! You have to listen to me! I don't want to hear anymore. I know what you're going to say, Athena. Junie, you promised. Solid evidence. If you succeed in doing that, promise that you'll accept it, no matter how hard it is to hear. Okay, but only if it's really the truth. So please just listen to what I have to say. Once you've heard me out, I'll let you decide what to do. The voice in this recording has been proven. The voice in this recording has been proven to be yours, Junie. And in the mock trial video, we can hear you reading your line from the script. We're having both of them analyzed now, but from what I can tell, the voices are the same. And the only one who'd benefit from faking the voice recording would be Hugh. But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Hugh confessed in order to protect me. This may sound strange, but his confession is a ploy to make himself look less suspicious. In other words, he was just pretending to protect you. Besides, his confession came after you and Robin had already confessed. If he hadn't confessed right then as well, wouldn't that have seemed a little suspicious? Say what you will, Athena, but none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble.
Wait, Athena? My voice has reacted just now.
It did, but why? Junie, can you look me in the eye and repeat what you just said? Oh, none of us would hurt a fly, let alone kill someone. He was a gifted student. He gets outstanding grades and never causes trouble. Now I'm sure of it. She's lying.
Never causes trouble, you say? I mean, this is really the only thing it could be. Unless for some reason it's sweaty pits, which would be gross. It's not this. That didn't do anything. The sunflower? She's blinking. I'm just gonna pause it there so I can look around. Oh, she closed her eyes. She literally can't look me in the eye.
Gotcha.
There it is. Juniper, you're feeling nervous, aren't you?
No. That's the one thing I'm not. The student council president isn't so easily shaken.
Nice try. But I spotted a telltale habit of yours.
Huh? I don't know what you're...
Apollo, it's you and your loud voice that's unnerving her.
No, I already told you I'm not nervous. I'm not student council president for nothing.
Well, in any case, it looks like I got that one wrong. Wait, what? She closed her eyes. What do you mean got that one wrong? There's nothing else going on her body. Wait, so why'd she close her eyes earlier? Great, I'm stuck. Annoying. I'll look around when he gets outstanding grades is also sus. 'Cause maybe he doesn't get good grades. Because he's the mole. It's not sweaty pits. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Does her ears move? I mean, like, I like this concept conceptually, but like, it's a spot the difference game, which is annoying when you can't spot the difference. Oh, I hit that by accident. I wish I could, like, fast forward this. Is he really a gifted student? Like, the sunflower's not doing anything. He's not doing anything with her hand. Her eyes aren't doing anything weird. Her mouth is being a mouth. I mean, she can't look us in the eye. Which is weird. I don't know what to do. Like, that arm isn't fiddly. I don't know. I'm just gonna click this again to see if I get any info I missed. No. I want to do this and end the stream. He has outstanding grades. I'm about to guide this. You're not doing anything weird. I don't know. Does your ribbon do something weird? Does, like, the crest on your school uniform do anything weird? Like, do you grab it? You don't, like, grab... fucking... This sucks. Like, do something. Give me a tell already. Screw it, I'm Googling it. This is annoying. This sucks. This sucks. Investigation day 2. Perceive her yellow scarf never causes trouble. I was looking at the yellow scarf. That is so minute. That is dumb. That is so minute.
Gotcha!
Oh, it's because she's coughing? But that I would see that from her... Whatever. Juniper, you start coughing when you're under stress. You can't hide it from me no matter how hard you try. When you said, and never causes trouble, a cough escaped and made your scarf flutter. As for why you were stressed, it's because you were lying. That's that good shit. Junie, you're trying to hide Hugh's connection to this case, aren't you? And I believe that also ties into a secret about yourself. A secret? About me? I don't understand. I already told Juniper, so I might as well tell you. I don't really care about her anymore. Juniper's not all sunshine and rainbows like you think she is. He ended their friendship after he found out about Junie's secret, which means he must have felt betrayed by Junie. Oh, she's the snitch. You were Professor Corty's snitch, weren't you? Oh wait, Professor Corty's snitch? And we're going around that one of the students here is a snitch. Watching everything we do, our activities, our relationships, our interests, all to one of the professors. And while fulfilling that role, you learned something about Hugh you'd rather forget. I don't know what you're talking about. Junie, please, stop hiding things from me. I hate having to force things out of you like this. Looks like we're going to have to do this the hard way. Time to review the evidence to see if I can't prove my hypothesis. Must have something to do that proved Junie's the snitch. I have no idea. So admittedly, I think I did see on the guide that says Hugh Scrap, so I'm going to present this. So, admittedly, this is from his guide. You see, I wasn't trying to hide anything. Wait, I don't think that was the right piece of evidence. Oh, God. Okay, cool. Is it this?
Take that!
Right here in Professor Cordy's planner, it says, routine report. I believe this is meant to mean when the snitch would report in to Professor Cordy.
It also proves Professor Cordy planned to meet Hugh in private based on the snitch's info. And from their meeting, you must have put 2 and 2 together and figured out your secret. So you see, it all makes sense. Only if you're the snitch, Junie. Forgive me. Forgive me, Athena. I've been lying to you this whole time. The truth is, I suspected you from the start. You did? Now this is surprising. I'm so sorry. I've talked about friendship so much, but I've been a terrible friend. Juniper, I don't have that special kind of hearing that Athena does. But I don't need to sense the pain you're feeling inside. I don't need it to. And its intensity is directly proportional to how you feel about your friend. Am I right? Apollo. Please, Junie, tell me why you suspected Hugh. I have a feeling that will be the key to getting to the bottom of this whole case. What exactly was your role as class snitch? Professor Cordy has told me how Academy alumni had strayed from the path of justice. The dark age of law, huh? She didn't want any more of our students going astray like that. But few others at the Academy shared her view.
I thought her ideas were beautiful, though sad and unrealistic.
Right, you're still here. She asked you to be her eyes and ears, didn't she? I used to report to her once a month about any wrongdoings I'd seen or heard about. In that report session in her planner, in the one from October 22nd. Oh wait, sorry, that's about. In the report session in her planner, the one from October 22nd, was a part of that? Yes, it's what I reported here to Professor Cordy. She snitched on her own friend? I did accidentally overheard you talking. What did you hear? He was talking to someone on the phone. I think it was one of his parents. What were they talking about? Something about having paid money for a good test score. I only overheard him talking, so I never did find out who the money was going to. What? That's bribery! He was buying his way through school? And if that's the case, then that evidence that always seemed out of place might actually be about his secret. Did he pay $120?
Take that!
We found this while we were investigating the stage. It's got Hugh's name on it. I didn't know what the number meant at the time, but now that I'm hearing about the bribes, it must mean that a bribe of 120 grand was to be paid in October. What's more, take a look at this mark. That same mark is on the pages of Professor Cordy's planner. Hey, you're right. Wait, but why would Professor Cordy have that kind of information in her planner? You don't really think the person who was taking the bribe money was... It's just a possibility at this point, but it may indeed have been Professor Cordy. But...
That is impossible. She'd be the last person I'd ever suspect of accepting bribes.
Like I said, it's just a possibility, but a rather good one. Maybe their private talk had to do with the possibility of the bribing being exposed? And what started out as a little argument soon got out of hand? It's not your fault, Junie. Anybody who would have suspected Hugh if they knew what they knew. If they knew what you knew. No, I don't believe that alone would drive him to murder. There's another reason why I suspected Hugh. You've gotta be kidding me. There's another reason? I saw Hugh around 7 p.m., the day before the mock trial. Oh, so she's finally ready to talk about it. When I saw him, his oh, Athena. Junie, are you alright? Just try to relax and tell me what happened. Is she gonna pass out?
I never wanted to see what I did. But I'll have to live with it, won't I?
Oh, an anime.
In that hallway. Hugh's hands. His hands were dripping with blood.
Or pain. His hands were dripping with blood. What? But why? What am I going to do? Deep down, I know Hugh can't be the killer. But my mind keeps telling me he is. No matter how hard I try to convince myself he isn't. Oh, what am I going to do? Hugh, he's... I can't take this anymore. Athena. So she hid the fact that she had seen Hugh and said she went home at 6 because she wanted to avoid talking about what she saw. Junie, it must have been terrible holding all of that in. But it's going to be okay. I'll get to the bottom of this. And that's my promise from one good friend to the other. I'll be defending Juniper tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Professor Means.
My main concern is whether you can defeat that prosecutor. But I won't try to stop you. I will be watching you from the gallery. I shall look forward to seeing what sort of results your methods can produce. Good luck tomorrow. Now, if you would excuse me.
Oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, I'm totally the murderer.
If it wasn't Aristotle there, I don't know what we're doing. Athena, I'm sorry. I really mean it. I wish I had trusted you from the start. You have to uncover the truth tomorrow. I know you can do it. Don't worry. We already know the prosecution's key piece of evidence is a fake. And thanks to you, we figured out the motive too. Let's give this our best shot, Athena. Let tomorrow be the day Juniper walks free. I wouldn't have it any other way. We should be all ready now. What could possibly go wrong this time? Well, I wouldn't say that, Still, there's a strange, uneasy feeling I can't shake. I better be imagining it. Alright. We're gonna call it there. Anyone I care about streaming? I could raid Pith, but I don't feel like it. So I'm just gonna end stream. Goodbye.